y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have a look at 3 holographic BlackHeart beauty polishes. These are extremely affordable, mainstream holographics. These are available at Hot Topic, and I did purchase these on my own. I do believe they're going to be easier to find in-store than online. Their online store is a little bit hard to navigate. These were 2 for $5 for me. Sometimes they do retail for the full $5, but still extremely affordable. So I'll go ahead and show you these. I believe that these are the only 3 holographic polishes. I do have some more shimmers to share with you, so please leave that down below if you're interested in seeing those, and I'll get right into it. So first up is Teal Galaxy. If you're familiar with the BlackHeart Beauty line, they generally have really literal names. This one is an absolute stunner. Number one, I love the bottle. Super cute, really fun to collect, and that holo looks awesome there. So I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Teal Galaxy swatched on my natural nail. So here's a look at that first coat. I do feel like this one is in a bit more of a jelly base. I was a little bit concerned with staining issues because it is that gorgeous deep teal shade. I did use my Cutica strengthening base coat, and I had absolutely no staining here. So I'll go ahead and let it dry and show you how it builds up with a second coat. I did have a pretty strong nail line there. I have a really hard nail line to cover anyway, but 2 coats definitely adds some depth and brings us to full coverage, but I would not say that this is completely opaque. I'm going to go ahead and let it dry and show you how it builds up with a third coat. I definitely do prefer the depth that a third coat adds, so here's a quick look at that. I did go in a little bit thicker with this since it is that squishy jelly base, but I really love the dimension that it adds. So 3 coats for sure brings this one completely opaque. These do dry down fairly glossy, but of course I do recommend using a good top coat to help bring out all of that holographic goodness. So here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with a top coat. So this is a very strong linear holographic effect. This is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting, and then once more at an angle, again in that direct sunlight. So next up is Midnight Galaxy, and this is a very, very dark. It's going to look black under some lightings, indigo blue, so there maybe is a little bit of purple in there. Again, a very strong linear holographic effect. I almost added this to the end of the Roy G. Biv order just because it is that dark. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Midnight Galaxy swatched on my natural nail. So here's a look at that first coat. Here you can tell it's in a bit of a jelly base, so if you go in thin, you may need to build it up with 2 coats. I actually got away with just 1 coat in a thicker coat with this polish. It's absolutely phenomenal. Again, I was a little bit worried about staining since it is such a dark pigmented blue, but I had no problems with that either. I'm going to go ahead and show you how it builds up with a second coat. Of course, a second coat is going to add more glitter and a little bit more depth, so it's really going to be up to you how you prefer it. For my angled shot, when I took it outside, the humidity was crazy in Texas, so it kind of fogged up my lens. So I did go back in with just 1 coat for that shot. Here's a look at that completed mini at 2 coats before top coat underneath artificial lighting, and then once more at an angle at 1 coat in direct sunlight, so still a very fierce reaction. This is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting, and then once more at an angle in that direct sunlight. So lastly, today I have a dark purple galaxy, and this is, much like the name says, a very dark, kind of almost a plum purple with, again, a very strong linear holographic effect there running throughout. Super cute bottle, super cute polishes. If you love like Zoya's Aurora or anything down that line, you're going to love this one, especially at the price point. So here's a quick look at that brush shot, and I'll show you how Dark Purple Galaxy swatched on my natural nail. Much like the others, this does have a bit of a jelly base, so it goes on nice and smooth. These aren't too thick or too thin. I had no issues with staining, and they stayed exactly where I put them. The only thing is that you are going to want to build this one up. I do still have a bit of nail line, so I'll let that dry and show you how it builds up with a second coat. So here's a look at that second coat. I am going in a little bit thicker here. I had no problems with these drying down. They did fairly well. I really think that this one is in between a 2 and 3 coater. If you do go thick, I think 2 coats is going to suffice, but if you like thinner coats, you may need to go in for 3. 2 coats here made for gorgeous depth. This is a look at that completed mini at 2 coats before top coat, so fairly glossy here. Again, I do recommend that glossy top coat though. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with a top coat. So very deep, very vampy, but with a ton of rainbows. This is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting, and then once more at an angle in that direct sunlight. So that does wrap up my swatch and review of these 3 holographic polishes by BlackHeart Beauty that are available right now. I do believe that these are exclusive to Hot Topic, so you'll definitely want to bounce over there and check them out, especially at the price point. If you'd like to see more photos, I do have those available on my blog at sloppyswatches.com, or you can follow me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. Please leave down in the comments if you guys would like to see the duochrome / shimmer polishes that I have. I think I have 5, and I'll try to fit those in as soon as possible. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.